Okay, welcome to our team call. I feel like we haven't connected. Like we're always connecting, we're always chatting and one-on-one and like in our group and all the things. But I really wanted to just do a connect call tonight because I just feel like I hadn't seen like some of your faces, and it's such an important time in our business. I always say that, but it really is. Like every single phase, every single transition, every single invite and conversation you have, every single post that you share, every time you show up is a big deal, and it should be celebrated and it should be recognized instead of focusing on all the things that like we feel like isn't happening. So I want to share a little story that I don't think anybody on this call has heard me say. And I think it will really stand out to you. It did to me. So when I was doing Beachbody, there was a guy from corporate, and his name was Arnold, and he was like one of the guys that like oversaw a certain region of the company of coaches. And so anyways, he was saying, so our why, all of our whys pretty much, right, are our family. It's our family, it's our husband, it's for financial reasons, to do more for our future. There's so many things that this business can and will offer us, right, if we continue. So we look at our kids and we realize that's our why, right? Do you ever just look at your kids and you're like, I want to do more, I want to do better, right? They make us better. And so what if one day you weren't feeling like working your business, and you looked at and your kids are sleeping? Like, I feel like everything comes full circle when your kids are sleeping. Do you ever just reflect on like, okay, I was impatient, I wish I would have done this, I feel like they're so sweet, they're sleeping, all these things run through your mind at nighttime, or they do me when I like go to check on them and they're sleeping and that sort of thing. And what if I looked at my kids that day, that night, whatever, when I didn't feel like working my business, and what if I told them that they weren't worth it? You would never, right? You would never tell your kids that they weren't worth it. But if your kids are your why and your reason to keep going and to do better and to create whatever it is that you want for them, you would never ever not work your business, right? Or and I'm not saying you have to work it all the time. I'm saying, would you stop and not focus on your goals anymore? Would you stop that commitment because it got hard, because you didn't feel like it, because you were going to show up based on your feelings? Because if let's face it, if we show up based on our feelings, half of the time or most of the time, we might not show up. And that's why it's so important. That's why I always constantly say, you've got to find the excitement. You've got to find the joy. Because if you're just sitting there in this, like, this isn't working, it's busy right now, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I hear one, and I'm not talking about our team, I'm saying, like, I've heard outsiders say, like, it's a slow time of year. It's just slow right now. People are busy. I don't care. Like, I don't care if people are busy right now. People are busy all the time. So this, to me, like, yes, it's crazy busy. Kids are in sports. There's things going on, whatever. Around the holidays, it's busy. Or when school starts, it's busy. When school's getting out, it's busy. When whatever, right? We have all these things. It's busy. Like, I won't accept the fact that summer months are busy and people are occupied. Let me get in my way of my business. I won't. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Because if you allow that mindset and those excuses, I don't care, there's a million excuses why you can't make this work, or there's a million excuses why this is hard, or why right now is a harder time. But what's your reason? What's your reason you're going to keep going? Because there's a big one, right? There's got to be a big one. There's got to be a driving force behind your why. There's got to be something that's driving you every single day to work this. And if I could tell you the amount of sacrifices it took me to get to where I am right now, just throughout my whole network marketing career, it's a lot. It's a lot of sacrifices. But would I be where I am today if I wouldn't have sacrificed the things, if I wouldn't have shown up and continued to keep swimming? Because it's literally what it is. So I want you guys to, I don't want you guys to break down your consistency. Like, do not break down your consistency because it's hard, because people aren't answering, because people are busy. Guess what? Women use makeup and skincare all year round. Like, I don't care. I really don't care if we're like if someone's busy. Okay, so if so-and-so is busy, doesn't mean that Susie is busy, right? There's going to be somebody out there, a lot of people out there right now that need SPF, that need products. It's just going to determine whose inbox you're landing in, who you're having conversations with. So I just feel like we have to get spicy. Like, we have to spice it up. We have to get creative, and we really just have to have fun with it. Like, this is I feel like summer's such a fun time for people. People are, they're busy, but they still are kind of in that mode sometimes that they want to spend money and they want to try new things and they want to be a part of what you're doing. And they're still on social media. Social media presence isn't down, y'all. So like there's absolutely no reason to let the summer month slump get you down or interfere. So with that being said, it's so important that we kind of self-audit our business. So just self-audit, reflect. Like, we always are constantly thinking like, how can I do better, right? So I want you to self-audit, and I want you to, like, you can write this down, you can do this after the call, but even right now you can think about like, okay, how's my business going? How am I showing up, right? You know how you're showing up. You know if you could do more, you know if you could do better. And it's not to critique yourself or to knock yourself down. It's not to do that. It's just to kind of audit yourself and your business and where you are right now, because in order to do better and reflect, we have to look at the here and now. Where can we add stuff? What can we change? What can we do to get better? What can we do to network? Like Kathy, for example, has this like crazy network of people because she had found this girl. I don't know where she found the first girl, but she had a party with her. This girl was her hostess. And then with that came all these orders and people. And then with that came another hostess. And with that party, and that hostess turned into an advocate. And with that party came another hostess that I think started her party today. And then we already have like one booked, I think, for another time. I don't know if that's right, but it's very close. So anyways, my point is that it's not about, so many people are like, well, I don't have the following. Well, I don't have this, or I don't have that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you have. What matters is who Susie has. Okay. Because it's so easy to say like online parties just aren't working or whatever. But the fact of the matter is there's so many people in all your friends and people that you're going to connect with, because your future team is watching you. And some of your future team, you don't even know yet. That's the really cool thing. But like, how are you showing up for them, for your future team? Because a lot of them are probably watching your social media every single day. They just haven't said yes. But have you even asked them? Have you asked them? Have you reached out to them? Have you shared the SPF Power Light freebies that they'll get this month? So the advocate opportunity right now, it's always huge. It's always exciting. It's always huge. But we have this amazing opportunity that we can share just in itself. But then to get a free SPF just for signing up, to get a free Power Light just for hitting their first Smart Start level, for getting their first customer, essentially, boom, over $100 in products, not to mention the 20% off or 40% off, depending on which kit they go with. This is huge. This is a huge incentive. So have you asked every single customer that you have if they'd want to take advantage of this Sunlight special with signing up as an advocate with getting Power Light for free? Because a lot of people don't know exactly that they don't know that they could do what you're doing. They think it's a scam. Maybe they think it's a pyramid scheme. They think it's just another makeup company or whatever, but they probably love the product, right? If they love the product, that's a whole nother thing. But my point is that you don't know if you don't ask, and we have 9 days left in the month to solidify some advocates and for new people to join our team. So on top of all the other things that we could say about the company, all the other things that we could say about the products, but the cool thing about a client is they know the products. They know them, they've used them, they like them, especially recurring people that have ordered a couple times. Have you asked them if they wanted to be an advocate and join our advocate community? So many people join. So many people need a community. They don't have one. They don't have a group of women supporting them. And it's huge. And that can change a person. Just a community alone can change a person. And a community, so they might come in and they might be kind of like a discount. And I don't like to present the discount opportunity. I really don't. I'm also not going to tell someone they can't sign up for the discount, but you don't know until they sign up. You don't know, because I would personally treat every single person that came into my network, I would treat them as if they were a running advocate, as if they were a rock star that came in here wanting to learn about, wanting to run this business, because they need confidence, probably, right? When they come into our community, they don't know what they're doing. They're nervous. They've never done anything like this maybe, or whatever the case is. But what's really cool is if we help them get their first Smart Start level 1, what do you think that's going to do? And we know that they can do it. They don't have to have anything in order to find one customer, right? And we can help them. What do you think that's going to do for them? It's going to build their confidence. It's going to help them to be like, wow, okay, that's really cool. I could do this. Like, I could actually maybe run this, right? And we instill confidence, and then they're a part of this community, and then it just builds and builds and builds, and this person becomes a loyal, lifelong part of your team. Someone that becomes your best friend. And that's the reason that we can't hold back on sharing this opportunity. It's like we get nervous, and when you get nervous, you get in your own way. You're potentially not growing your team. You're potentially shooting your own self in the foot, because you're not expanding your team, because you're not asking the questions. So I personally am focusing on a lot of things before the end of the month, but I really want to focus on the advocate opportunity, because yes, the incentive's great when it's cheap, right? It's when we had that sale and the advocate whatever bundle was a lot cheaper. That was great. That was a great incentive. But do we know when the next incentive is going to be for advocates to sign up? No. And 2 of our brand new 2 products are available for them for no cost. So I want you guys to focus on that this week. I want you guys to be bold. Don't be scared. I had a girl that I sent samples to. Okay, so really quickly, just to kind of give you like a statistic here. You want to talk about like kind of surprising statistic. I think I sent out about 36 samples-ish, okay? You know how many people have purchased so far? 1. All right, 1 person out of 36 samples. Oh, well, like I'm still having a ton of conversations. USPS is ridiculous. So they just got their samples, like some of them just like 5 days ago. But my point is, and some of them, of course, haven't even touched their samples, and they've had them for like whatever, a week and a half. But my point is that I'm still having really good conversations. And I have like planted the seed. Right. And I had a lot of girls, not a lot, but I had, and this is the most frustrating thing personally. I had like 3 or 4 girls maybe be like, I love the products. They're so smooth. They're this, they're that. Okay, awesome. Yes, I know. I knew you would be obsessed. I know, right? Same. Love it. So are you want to snag? So are you ready? Like, do you want to snag? I don't say, are you ready? But like, I'm like, so do you want to snag a couple like items to get started with? Well, I think I'll just keep it in mind for the future, because like, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Whatever. Timing's everything. Okay. You love the product, but you don't want the product. I'm really confused, and you wanted samples. I'm really confused right now, because like I'm exhausted, because I just bottled up all these samples and I sent them to y'all, and y'all just really wanted to try it just to try it. Right. Okay. It's fine. So I could have taken that, and I could have been like super bummed, and I could have been like, oh, samples, I'm so over them. I just sent 36 and only 1 person purchased, whatever. But no, like you have to look at the bigger picture. You have to look at the things that you're doing. But my point to saying all of that is the one girl that I sent samples to who really does like the products. I said, hey, like like right now I'm about to give away 6 half off items. I'd love for you to get in on that, blah, blah, blah. But I'd also like to talk to you about the advocate opportunity, just to share in case it's something that you'd like to learn about. Totally fine if you don't, but I just like to share it because I never know who would benefit like I have. So she said, guess what she said? Yeah, awesome. The giveaway sounds really good, but so does the advocate. I'm always looking for new opportunities. Simple. Had no idea what she was going to say. Didn't really care. Didn't have an expectation of what she was going to say. I have no emotion. I mean, I'd love for her to join and listen to what I have to say, but I took the expectation and I took that emotional attachment from the outcome away because I can't control what she says. I am not desperate. I'm not desperate for her to join me. Like, she needs this community, if you ask me. She needs this business. Everybody and their dog does, but it's up to them if they're going to take it and run with it. It's up to them if they're going to see it, right? But my job is to present it only. All I can do is present it and be excited and share the things that I know. So, and teach them what I know, because all of you guys know a lot more than you give yourselves credit for. We all do. We all know a lot more than we give ourselves credit. So share what it is that you know, because if you brought on 5 advocates tomorrow, it might feel like, oh, I could never take care of it. Like, I don't know what I would do, right? You would just teach them what you've done. You would teach them what you learned when you got started. You would teach them the basics. And it's just like that. It's just like sharing what you know already about the opportunity. It's already what you know about the products. Okay. So, so we really just want to meet people where they are, because it's so hard to, it's just hard. It's frustrating, right? We can't control what people do. We don't know what they're going to do, but we can follow up like a mother. We can keep them from slipping through the cracks. We can reach out to them. All those people I sent samples to, like, I'm still going to be in touch with them. I still haven't even followed up like for the 3rd time with some of them. So I'm going to be doing that in the next day or two, but like, anytime something comes out on sale, anytime I'm about to do a giveaway, anytime, whatever, it's like, I can always go back and re-invite them and follow up. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your sales. So I think I shared pretty much most all the things. Those of you who just jumped on, I'll post this recording because I really want you to go back, because I think there's some good nuggets at the beginning of this. So I want you to focus on the self-audit of your business. Like, self-audit right now, the here and the now of your business, because there's 9 days left and there's so much room for growth. There's so much room for fire. We know how month end magic is. And I don't care what you've done this month or what you haven't done. Now is what matters. So self-audit your business. Think of your non-negotiables. Like, what are going to be your non-negotiables for every single day here on out? What is it? Is it to get a sale every day? I think that's a really awesome non-negotiable. And non-negotiable means like you are going to do everything you can in your power to make that happen. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? But the point is that you're setting yourself up for success because you're creating that foundation and that kind of just goal point. Maybe it's that you're going to have 5 conversations every day. Like, that's your non-negotiable. Maybe you're going to hit 2,000 PV this month and you're not even to 1,000, but you don't care because you set that non-negotiable and you want to make it happen and you want to leverage your business for July because you want to see fire in July. Okay. Everything you do right now is going to make all the difference in July. So I want you to think about that, where you are, what your non-negotiables are. And then right now, we're going to all do this together. I want us all to take 5 to 10 minutes. And I want to send 5 people. We're just going to do this because we talk so much about the advocate opportunity. We're going to send 5 customers, and I'm going to do this too because I need to. 5 customers who have purchased from me that I think that I've never invited before. I'm going to invite them to the advocate opportunity. And I'm just going to say, hey, how are you? I just wanted to reach out, and it's totally fine if you're not interested. But right now there's a huge promotion. If for anyone who wants to join our advocate community, you get a free SPF, our brand new product, our Sunlight SPF. And just for getting your first customer, you get the Powerlight Eye Cream, which is bomb. Maybe you've seen me talk about it. Maybe you saw my results, blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to ask, because I'd never asked you before, and I know you've used the products, would you be interested in learning about signing up to be an advocate? I know that's kind of a long invite, but you you can say it however you want it, but the point is that we need to just get out of our own way. And when there's an incentive, I feel like it helps people to get out of their own way, to just be like, hey, this is a really bomb time to join, because not only do you get like this unicorn opportunity and all the things, and you love these products and they're clean and you could share them with all your friends and whatever, but you also could get these free products and snag them. So with that being said, let's take like 5 to 10 minutes and let's just do that. And I want you guys to, and even if you can get 3, I recommend you do 5. And if you don't feel like you have 5 customers that you can reach out to right now, then I want you to reach out to one person about the advocate opportunity, and the rest reach out about a product or products. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, so hopefully you guys got a few messages out. I got several follow-ups out from people I sent samples to, and then I think was able to reach out to 5 people for the advocate opportunity. Something that I think's a really easy way to reach out about the advocate opportunity, just to keep in mind, if you like, it's so much easier when you send someone samples to ask them, because they've already tried it. So it's kind of like, if they loved it, okay, perfect. Or if you don't even, if they didn't really, it's not like they have to rave about it for you to share it with them, right? So that's just such an easy way, I think, to really open the door to talk about it. So think about samples, you guys. Think about samples. Think about of getting some of those out the door like tomorrow and this week, in hopes that you can solidify and close a few orders for the end of the month. It's going to help so much, because it's almost like you're working. It's almost like you did the work and it's still working while you're doing other work. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome. I think it's a great way to tap into, like, when you're doing samples and you're having a bunch of conversations, and you're maybe reaching out to hosts, and you're maybe tapping into, like, okay, maybe we could do this kind of party and sample party like Kathy does, and all these things, which we're actually going to try something new this coming month. Kathy and I are going to we're going to team up, and we're actually going to run like a group together, and we're going to kind of do it as like a guinea pig group to see how this goes. And if it does, we want to like share it with you guys and help you guys to run these as well, because we just want to spice things up, because we don't want a party. Nobody wants a party to be dead. Okay, so happy Monday. Here's to all the things that you can do and all the capability you have and the potential you have this week to crush it. When you think someone's telling you no, sometimes they're not, but what you might be hearing is no. But are you able to help them to see why this could be right for them? Because a lot of people are going to have a lot of excuses, right? About why these products might not work for them, or because why they don't have time to be an advocate, whatever it is. Don't back down so easy. You know, not that you're going to argue with them, but just that you're going to like help them understand and help them to see, and share and show them that they can totally do this, and they can totally rock it, and they can be a part of our amazing team and do all the things. So happy Monday. I love you all. Yes, tie in your upline, your side sister, get them into a 3-way. We have new advocates jumping in, and new advocates crushing it, and current advocates crushing it. Yes, a lot of time we are hearing the no. Yes, because they're in their own way, just like we get in our own way, right? We're all humans, but we're going to stop getting in our own way, because we're amazing. Okay. Okay, I love you all. Good night.